How far can you go on in a cricket tournament with a weak middle order? Did someone say India, World Cup, semi-finals? The 21st century middle order batsman is strong, he's powerful, resilient during tough times, and most importantly has the foresight of when to take additional risks and achieve superior returns. Today, we wear the selector's cap and examine if HDFC Midcap Opportunities makes a strong case for being selected in our playing 11. My name is Shankar Nath and welcome to ETMONEY Mutual Funds Review. Mid-cap funds, like middle order batsmen, are getting popular by the day because they represent accelerated capital appreciation opportunities. It's true that they are more riskier and more volatile than, say, a large cap fund in the short run, but over the long run, they become seriously good instruments of wealth creation. So without further ado, let's begin our review of the HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund. HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunities is a huge fund. This single fund represents almost 1 out of every 3 rupees that gets invested in the mid-cap category. The more astonishing part here is that the HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund had less than 3,000 crores of assets in 2014 and has grown by almost 700% in the last 5 years, making it one of the fastest growing funds in the entire mutual fund space. While the HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund has really grown like a cricketer's IPL salary, it's important for us to know that has the performance kept pace? Let's roll back the clock. Let's go back to 25th of June 2007 when this fund started. Had I put in 10,000 rupees then, it would have grown to 49,000 rupees at a compounded growth rate of 13.9%. But is that good enough? Well, if I had put in that same 10,000 rupees in a fixed deposit, it would have made me just 25,000 rupees at an 8% interest rate. Or if I had invested it in a top performing large cap fund, then my wealth would have grown to about 39,000 rupees at 12% annually, which still leaves me short by about 10,000 rupees. Now, since every slog doesn't lead to a 6, the performance across the years has not been stable for this fund. In fact, the HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund, like all mid-cap funds, has seen amazing periods of volatility. Like in 2008, this fund was down by 51%, only to bounce back in 2009 with a 95% growth. More recently, 2014 and 2017 were fantastic years for the fund, while 2019 has already seen a degrowth of 11% until now. But such is the nature of the beast, which is why it is always recommended for you to remain invested in mid-cap funds for a longer duration to see the complete cycle being played out. HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund has a very well diversified portfolio of stocks. Over the last 5 years, the fund has kept between 60 and 80 stocks in its portfolio. And as it stands, 22% of its assets are in the financial sector stocks, with 11% in chemicals and 10% in the engineering space. The portfolio allocation for this fund also reveals that the fund manager has been rejigging the portfolio from time to time. For example, automobile sectors held 16% of the assets exactly a year back, but the current slowdown in the sector has prompted the fund to exit those positions and take a more conservative holding of just 6%. Similarly, we see the fund manager showing an interest in more defensive sectors like consumer goods, while shedding some of the assets from discretionary sectors like media. The fund manager also shows a preference for stocks whose market capitalization is on the lower side, which reveals a selective bottom-up style of investing with a heavy emphasis on stocks which have reasonable growth prospects, with sustainable business models, and investing in those stocks which are available at reasonable valuations. To sum up, HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunities is the whale among all mid-cap funds and continues to enjoy the advantages of a well-refined investment approach and a stable research team. We believe this fund will continue to offer consistent performance with adequate downside protection. To know more about the HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund, download the ETMONEY app from the link in the description below. For more such videos on mutual funds and investing, subscribe to the ETMONEY channel and press the bell icon for updates. Happy investing!
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.